Hey guys, Path here. Welcome back to the another video of ethical hacking course. So in this video, as I mentioned, I will be talking about installing Kali Linux OS as a virtual machine in the system and setting it up. Now as we proceed further, we're gonna be using different hacking tools. So we can install each tool manually, or we can install OS specifically designed for hacking, that is Kali Linux. It is a Linux distro based on Debian. It has a lot of hacking and penetration testing tools pre-installed. So for virtualization, we'll be using VirtualBox. So the first thing we're gonna do is to download the VirtualBox. So just open your browser and Google VirtualBox. Open this VirtualBox website and navigate to downloads. The reason I'm using the VirtualBox is that for beginners it is very easy to set up and will have full control over virtual machine, and you can also change the configurations of virtual machine anytime. Now it is available for every platform. So currently I'm running Windows, so I will download it for Windows host. Once it gets downloaded, install it. Installation is pretty simple. I already have it installed in my machine just to save the time. Now minimize it and you can open the VirtualBox. Yeah, so there we are. Please note, when you start it for the first time, you will not gonna have any of these here. These are the virtual machines I have installed myself. Okay, so one more thing, once you install VirtualBox, download and install the extension pack also. This will help in better compatibility and to use USB ports in virtual machine. This is the extension pack link. Extension pack file is same for all operating system, and installation is very simple for this also. Once downloaded, just you will get this file here, and just double click on the downloaded file and it will automatically open in VirtualBox. I'm getting this upgrade button because I have already installed the extension pack, but you will get the install button instead, and just install it, agree to the license, and you are done. So let's see how to set it up for Kali Linux. So for that, now just go to Google again and type Kali Linux. Open the first link and navigate to the downloads. And now, depending upon the processor and the architecture, download the relevant ISO image. Make sure you download the installer version, as in the latest version we are getting the live version separately in Kali Linux, and we are also having the net installer version. So make sure you download the offline version, offline installer, that is the installer version. Download it for a 64-bit or a 32-bit machine depending upon your architecture. Here one thing I need to mention is, here we have 2020.1a version released and available for download, but I have 2019.4 version installed in my machine. There is not much a difference in both of them, but I would recommend you to use 2019.1 as of now, as there are many bugs found in 2020.1, so you might get stuck in future videos using some tools. Now once the download is complete, navigate back to the VirtualBox and click on new here. You can just give it any name, let's say Kali tutorial, and the type is Linux, and the version you can select Debian 32-bit or 64-bit depending upon your downloaded image and the architecture. Next, now this is the memory size, means how much RAM you want to allocate to the machine. If you have 8 gigs of RAM in your machine, I would recommend you to give 2 gigs to Kali, that is 2048 megabytes. Hit next and create a virtual hard disk. Now create. Now here also create, select the virtual disk image, VirtualBox disk image, and click on next. Here select the dynamically allocated. Next, here we will specify where we need to save our virtual disk. I will keep it as default for me as of now, and provide the storage space, let's say 30 gigs. It is enough for Kali as of now. Now hit the create button and it's done. Now you have to select it and click on settings. Here go to system and processor, enable PAE NX mode. This is just directly communicates with your processor to increase the speed of your virtual machine, and you can also select the processor's cores you want to allocate. Let's say I select 2, and in display select how much video memory you want to give it. I usually give 128 megabytes. Also and make sure you enable the 3D acceleration. Now in the storage section select this empty, and now here from here we have to provide the Kali ISO image we have downloaded. So click here and choose create a virtual optical disk. We'll go to add, and in the desktop we have this Kali Linux 2019.4 ISO image. Open it. Yeah, choose it and hit OK. One thing left, again go to settings, and in the network tab make sure you have selected the NAT network and hit OK. Now click on start and it will start your virtual machine. Now you have few options here. For beginners, I would recommend to select the graphical installation, this one here. You can even boot it in the live mode and in the live USB persistence mode without installing it, but in this course we'll install it. So just select graphic install and hit enter, and it will start the installation process. Select language, your location, configure your keyboard, American English. Now it will start reading the required files from the ISO image, and wait for a few minutes. Now it's gonna ask for the host name. I will keep it as Kali as of now. It is basically the single word which with which it identifies your system in the network. So hit continue. You can skip this domain part. Now set up your password for accessing the root in Linux. Re-enter your password. And hit continue. Okay, so now in this partition disk step, select guided use entire disk for this tutorial and click continue. Select hit continue again, and again all files in one partition. Hit continue. Here finish partition and write changes to the disk. Continue. Write changes to the disk, select yes and continue. Now here in the configure the package manager, in this select yes and continue. You can leave it blank for now. Now it will ask to install the grub bootloader. Select yes and continue. Make sure you select your virtual hard disk image and continue. Here to finish the installation, hit continue. Now once it is installed, it's gonna reboot. Now to log in, just provide username as root and password you set for the root user and login. And here we are. Welcome to Kali Linux operating system. Now the next topic is snapshots. Snapshot basically allows us to store the state of a virtual machine. Like it can be used as a bookmark to go back and forward to different state of a machine. Let's take the example of this Kali machine. Like now we can take the snapshot of our fresh Kali install, and in the future if we misconfigure or update something and don't know how to revert it, then we can come back to the fresh installation using snapshot. Let's check it. Here we have Kali Linux we just installed. Now to take the snapshot, just go to snapshots and click here on the take button. Just name your snapshot like fresh install and give it some description. I am just typing ABC here and click on OK. Now as you can see, we got the fresh install entry here. Now you do anything to the current state, and whenever you want to go back to the fresh installation, just click on the fresh install and restore button. That's it for this lecture, and hope you learned and enjoyed it. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you.